Hey, what is going on, everyone? Joe here, and I've got some very exciting news. Sworn has finally released into 1.0, and it has been a long time coming. It's an action roguelite, one that I enjoy quite a bit. I've done a few videos on this game in the past, and this video is actually sponsored by Winwalk Games and Team 17, so big shout out to them for that. It's available on Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation, and Steam, and there is a link down below if you guys want to give it a shot yourselves. Now, they sent me an email, and they were like, hey, Joe, we've got this action roguelite we know you would love. Little did they know I've already spent like 60 hours in this game. So, yeah, I do love Sworn. And in this video, I'm going to showcase exactly why I like this game so much and just kind of have fun with the 1.0 update. So first things first, we got 4 different characters, and every character has 4 different weapons and 4 different spells. The weapons are actually one of my favorite things about this game. So I mainly use the halberd, and so the light attack has this sweet spot where it will actually do extra damage. And then I've got this charge attack, which also stabs. But I can go over here and grab a hand cannon, which is an entirely different weapon that is a projectile with an overheat mechanic. On top of that, there's some gauntlets that attack really fast. So if you want to like proc lightning and other effects, you can. And then each weapon has a pretty in-depth upgrade system where you've got these little tiles you can flip around that do different combos, different mechanics. So every weapon in the game you can keep upgrading. I'm actually going to do something a little different, and I'm going to play as the monk, which is a character I am not super comfortable with, just to make this run a little bit more exciting. And so the thing about the monk, I just unlocked this book. I haven't even unlocked all of her weapons or all of her spells. And this book, if I tap the attack button, I do 3 cards, but if I charge it up and release right at the sweet spot, we do extra damage, and it's just like one big blast. On top of that, I've got my heavy attack, and then I've got my spell, which is this AoE that keeps striking lightning. And so we're just going to run it with the monk and see exactly how far we can get. One thing they did add in 1.0 is this potion lab. And so you start with 3 different potions, and they all do different things. You got the Berserker Brew that increases your movement speed and your attack speed. You've got a Lifesteal Potion, and then a Thunderclap, which does like a big lightning AoE. There's a bunch of potions I do not have unlocked yet, but we're going to walk in with the Lifesteal Potion because healing in this game is kind of a struggle, and I think that's going to help quite a bit. And we are also playing on Baron difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty I've unlocked. I have not beaten it yet, so going to be interesting doing this with the monk. But the reason I want to do it is because in 1.0, they added a brand new final boss phase. So I want to see if we can at least see that. We've got 60% extra enemy health, 30% extra damage, and then every room has corruptions that make them even more difficult. But I've kind of mastered this game with a rook, so how hard can it possibly be with the monk? Famous last words, we'll find out. Now, you guys are probably wondering, Joe, how do you have so many hours in Sworn and you're still on Baron difficulty? Well, that's because I'm always playing this game in multiplayer, and the people I play with don't typically like the harder difficulties. So I figured let's dive in solo and see exactly how hard this game can possibly be. So this is going to be our first Fae, and they will give us our blessing.
Your enemies will still try to hurt you.
Cleona, I'm not super excited about. Gog Magog, I always go for. He lets you stun, while she applies weakness. These guys also have voice acting now. It's a new addition to 1.0. I think I'm going to reroll this.
You are marked with Merlin's
I don't want Oberon either.
by your own rage.
So Oberon gives you Fury, and the faster you attack someone, the more damage you do, which I don't think is going to translate very well with my character.
Luck is not a plan.
But Lou here, he gives us crit chance, and I actually think that could be really good. He has exactly what I want. So your heavy attack is stronger and can critical hit. The reason I want that is this character has a passive. So every single time we clear a room, my heavy attack gets a little bit stronger. This will gain stacks. It's 0.5%, but there's a lot of rooms, so the further we get, the more damage we'll do. And if that can critical hit, that's going to be insane. Okay, so we can get some silk. I lose the blessing on my heavy attack for that room, and we have less mana, and we have to fight a major foe. Or we could do Fairy Ember. Honestly, I'm not too crazy about silk. It gives us currency for cosmetics. I'd rather get Fairy Ember so we can get new weapons. So we'll roll here and see if we can't do some crits. Just have to charge it up. We're doing 127. That's without critical hits. And the more we see this guy, the more we can actually increase our chance to crit. But I need to get comfortable using all of my abilities here, because that is how you do well in this game. And not get hit by the pig. It's another key component. But they keep activating like every trap in this room. And I am not used to this character that has to charge up like every single attack that she does. All right, so we have the crit guy again. So I guess we're just going to try to build into crit chance. Honestly, he was someone I was thinking I might go for. There's also Titania, and she's fire. But she gives you more of like a guaranteed critical hit effect. And what that means is every 8 seconds, she does bonus damage, like 200%. So you're essentially critting, but you're critting every 8 seconds. Meanwhile, this guy, you have to rely on good luck. But we might get a few good modifiers here. All right, so use my spell. It's very quick, and when I use that, I can actually continue to move around as opposed to having to charge up every single move. All right, what do you got? Start each chamber with an enemy marked. For a short time, increase your chance to critical hit this enemy by 25%. That's kind of lame because it's only one enemy. In fact, I think I might re-roll this. Your fortune constantly increases while in a chamber with foes. Fortune increases my critical hit damage by 1% per stack. Oh, wow. Okay. When you critical hit, launch a golden clover at a nearby enemy. Let's do on the house. So that's just going to constantly increase my crit damage. Now, probably the moonstones aren't bad, but I want crystal shards. This is like the most important currency to me because it lets me level up my character. On top of that, I've got a modifier where if I get crystal shards, I actually heal. And so we have 4 health we're down. We got to be at max health, man. Otherwise, we're at risk. Can't mess up. All right, so whenever I actually manage to crit, I'm going to do a lot of damage when it happens. But that number is just going up and up and up. And so that is the meteor shower. Make sure I have my dodges ready to move out the way. Heal up. Oh, nice. We can do an extra trial. That'll give me some money. 120, that's a lot. I just have to kill them really fast. Otherwise, that number goes down. Nice! 500 damage? What? All right. Well, we did this fast. We did this very fast. You know what? Even more crit. Honestly, though, poison could be good. With my spell, we could get so many stacks of poison. And it's higher rarity. I don't know if these guys can combo well together, though. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're having fun. I have no plan. I'm using a character I am not used to, and we're just going to see what we can get. Because I know there's some crazy modifiers depending on who you get. Like, you can go for the stagger Fae, and whenever someone is staggered, you have an increased crit chance on them. We got a strong enemy here. Charge up, release. I gotta get better about having my spell out, like, at all times. Because I have so much mana just sitting around. Which means that really is, like, the most important thing I want to get an upgrade on. If I can get a poison upgrade for this spell, I think we'll be in a really good spot. You gotta be almost dead. Thank you. All right, what do you got for me? Your spell inflicts venom, which is exactly what I wanted. Your light attack inflicts venom. The end of your dash inflicts infected, which is also good, but I'm going to do this. My spell does venom. And so we can actually get a lot of stacks because this attacks constantly. And so if I just spam it all in the same spot, they will get max stacks of venom. Okay, so that's the crit guy, but the sword in the stone, this will completely change the fundamentals of one of your attacks. It could be your light attack, your heavy attack, your spell, but almost every time it's something very good. But if I go there, I'm going to lose 5% of my max health. But I can't pass up a sword in the stone. It's too good. I almost wanted to go for the crit guy again. I don't really know what she can unlock because I am, again, not used to this character. But maybe we can get some really sick stuff. All right. Charge up. Your heavy attack deals minus 40% damage, but fires 3 projectiles. I wonder if those all crit independently. Your spell deals bonus damage and strikes in a larger area, 50% larger, and it does 20% more damage. That is very tempting. Your heavy attack constantly shoots a small projectile while you aim it. Damn, okay. Honestly, this is really good, though, because it does 40% less damage, but it fires 3 projectiles. So that's 180% damage. If my math is mathing. Let's do Maelstrom. That's guaranteed damage. It's bigger. It's way bigger. Oh, this is bad. Okay, so Lancelot shows up 3 times on your run. One time he wants $300. One time he wants a big chunk of your health. And then one time he wants you to fight a very strong enemy. If you do all 3 of those challenges, you unlock the final boss in the last area. So, yeah, okay. He's going to want me to fight something very strong. I'm just going to try to be a weenie and kill them with poison. All right, poison, poison, poison. Crit. Okay. Just be smart. Keep dodging. If I kill one at a time, we'll be a little bit better off here. That's the archer, but they actually can't shoot me through that wall. Hold on, hold on. More poison. I think he's dead. He's going to die to the poison. Like, one more stack. Come on, man. Nice. All right. With just one guy left, we should have a much easier time. I do not want to lose a lot of health here. In fact, I don't think I can shoot over this, but he can't. Yeah, what are you going to do, man? You're powerless. The little wall is completely stumping you. I think I've seen like 1 total crit so far. All right, so we got our first gem. 2 more to go. And great, we go from 1 strong enemy straight into the next boss. It's a legendary beast, and he has lightning all over the map. That should be okay, though. The bosses in the first area are actually pretty easy. Yeah, this guy just stands in one place. I remember you. So jump. Stack with as much poison as we can, and dodge your attacks. Dude, I was right on the money with the poison. Oh, the crit! All right. You got ads? Who cares? I got subtraction. They're all gonna die. Bars. Oh my god. Remember when I said something about crits not happening? I think I crit him like 4 times. All right, so there's a shop, but I don't have a lot of money. I think I would rather get more money. Cyclones, enemies explode when they die. We'll do that. There's also secret shops hidden around the levels, and they have really good items. So having a, speak of the devil. So having a good amount of money is one of the smartest things you can do, because those shops can be literal game changers. Man, it is so fun to dive into this game. I always have so much fun playing Sworn. The combat is just really satisfying. Even using a character I am not comfortable with. When you're playing co-op, too, there's a lot of really cool ways you guys can work together. If you get items for your builds that you don't like, you can actually trade your blessings. All right, so get this money. Let's see what's in the shop. Upgrade the rarity of 1 random blessing. Your spell deals more damage. Your ultimate deals more damage. I don't have an ultimate yet. Dealing damage heals you. All right, so this will just randomly upgrade one of my attacks. So Venomous Flourish went to rare rarity. So now every single time I level it up, it's going to have even better stats. So I could get money or a horn, or I can go here. And so there's 2 different people you can get. This is like a challenge room for a very strong buff. And I think I know what this is. I think you get a really good buff at a really bad cost. So it's going to make something really weak, but make something else really strong. Destroy every beacon. Okay. Throw poison. Throw more poison. If poison actually really keeps stacking on that guy, I can just hit it and leave it alone. Yeah, this was easy. Yeah, Morgana. Your ultimate is stronger, but you earn less money from all sources. Your heavy attack is stronger, but your light attack is weaker. Your heavy attack is stronger, but you earn less gold from all sources. Yeah, that sucks, man. I would rather... Huh. I don't want to lose. I don't want to get less money. That is really going to gut me. That's going to gut me really badly. I'm thinking we just don't rely on my light attack much. We go all in on heavy in my spell. And so 40% extra damage to my heavy attack on top of the crit chance, on top of the passive, that might be really good. My only worry is that I have to wait for it to charge up. All right, that's more health. I don't want that. Let's go for another Fae. We have a event with an opportunity to earn bonus rewards. My light attack loses its blessing seal. Oh no, I don't have anything. And enemies explode. All right, so far, I'm actually feeling really good about this. I was very nervous picking the monk. Destroy crystals before they spawn. Okay, right there. A few more hits. Oh, that was really close. Wait, the crystals explode! No! Okay, hold on. Damn, I almost got it. Oh, I get money for each crystal destroyed. That's nice. I think I only missed one. That's fine then. I'm not upset. I was trying to figure out the best way to combo both my heavy attack and my light attack. I'm just not used to having to charge up those moves.
My power is more than most can bear. Are you brave enough for the flame?
There is never only one spider. We are many.
I'm probably going to go for you, Mab, because
And now
you are
I
crazy
love you.
good. Titania is also not bad. I haven't figured out a way to make her really work. She has like guaranteed crits, but they're every 8 seconds. Yeah. Let's do Mab. Your light attack now inflicts venom. Whenever venom inflicts damage, it will hurl bile at another nearby enemy. Bonus damage per venom stack, 5.25. Interesting. Okay. I do need an ultimate attack. I'm not super excited at leveling up my light attack, but this might be the best case scenario because whenever you level up your attacks, depending on what Fae, they give you different buffs. Like for instance, if you were to go with Gog Magog, he gives you 10% more damage, 15% more damage, 20% more damage. This would just give me flat venom damage. I wouldn't have to worry about its damage being reduced. So the mathematician in me says go for Venomous Touch. So I can at least get stacks of venom even if my damage output is lower. Is there anything else over here? No, we're good. All right, it's time for the horn. There's a tidal wave. My heavy attack is weaker, but there is a major foe with upgraded rewards. The tidal wave is one of my least favorite things to deal with because you only have one dash charge unless you opt to get more on meta progression, but I opted instead to have more mana. Dodge through. Yeah, dude, max stacks poison is crazy. If I can do more damage per tick. All right, you're dead. Yeah, you're dead. Oh, it's so good, man. All right, what do you got? Oh, interesting. So the venom damage, I guess, stacks independently. Your heavy attack is stronger and can critical hit. That would go from 37.5 to 60. So that's just a flat increase in damage to my heavy attack. I kind of want to do that if we're going to be relying on that attack more. That's without the criticals proccing. So that is very useful. I've got full health. I don't want to deal with another hard enemy. In fact, I think I would rather get moons. We got lightning and 50% more enemy damage. We've got to be close to the boss. If I see a shop, that means the next area is going to be the boss. And again, the boss here, he's not that bad. He does like 4 moves on rotate. In fact, I feel like the first boss and the second boss in this game are really easy. And then the third boss is incredibly difficult. And then the fourth boss is somewhere in the middle. Tongue-tied. Trying to aim my lightning strikes. Oh, I hear a shop. I hear a shop. Where is it? All right, what do you got for me? Dealing damage heals you. Hit against enemies with low health, kill them instantly. Gain 1 resurrection token for 38 bucks. Hell yeah. Restore your health? No, I'm okay. Dealing damage heals you. I could go for that. For $75, though, I need to make sure I save up 300 coins. I could do a challenge for some fairy embers. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. These guys are easy. The faster I kill them, the better the goods. Oh, there's still more enemies? Oh, over here. I mean, 14 is still pretty good. I'll take that. Now, I've got 300 gold. So if I go to the shop, I'll be able to buy the next crystal. So I'm going to go for the horn. And I want to keep increasing the damage on my heavy attack. Or more venom. I feel like the areas are a little bit longer than I remember. I feel like we should be done by now. Now that I'm complaining, I feel like we're actually getting really strong as far as the first area is concerned. I still don't have an ultimate attack, which will probably come back to bite me. Yeah, we're not getting nearly as much growth anymore. Let's go ahead and level up the venom on my spell. Yeah, there's the shop. We'll go here, and we'll go ahead and buy that last jewel that we need. Second to last jewel. All right, come on, man. Give me the goods. Now, if I can beat this boss and not lose a bunch of health, we can get the last one very easy. Damn. If only I had money. But this is why I'm also thankful I didn't get the less money boost from that one room. All right, stack poison. You're going to jump forward. I know your deal. And we have earthquakes as well. And the earthquakes suck, but that's okay. Poison. Crit. Damn, the earthquake made me walk into you. Just keep you loaded up on poison. Move behind. You're going to jump into me. Yeah. I got you down to a science. The amount of times I've played this game and lost my first run when I first got it. All right, killing the ads here. You definitely want to do that because they're going to screw you up. Yeah, I'm already taking a lot of damage. Damn, man. It's okay. This could be going way worse. So this phase is super easy. You just kind of stand still. And if you're ahead of the curve, you can kill him fast. You should die to poison. Nice. Okay, clean. And so now he drops holy water. And that holy water is what we use to actually upgrade our weapons. And that's the only way to get it. You have to kill bosses. All right, dude. Let's go in here. Oh, shoot. We have potions. I forgot that's a thing. So I could have used that to get some lifesteal. That's fine. Using this, I think, will give us max health. And now you want 45 of my health. And this is the last gem. We are complete. We are ready for the last area. And so the altar of sacrifice is actually pretty useful. If I have something that doesn't work with my build, I can sell it. And you get a pretty decent buff out of it. I'm probably not going to do that, though. If there was one I would get rid of, it would be on the house. But that's okay. We'll keep what we've got. I don't think there's anything else to really do here. And I'm going to go for the crystal shard so we can get some more healing. There's no resurrections? That's crazy. So if you die there, you lose the run no matter how many second lives you have. That sucks. That's fine, though. I feel like this area is very easy. Just keep your distance. It's a lot of really weak poison enemies. I immediately took damage. I am stuck. I am patiently waiting. Nice. There's also a lot of projectile spam here, and then the tar is really going to screw yourself up, especially when you don't have a bunch of dashes. It completely guts your dash. Dude, we're getting so lucky. I don't have any money, though. Allows... Oh, a reroll dice. Upgrade a level of a random blessing by 4. That would be so good. Can these things give me money? I know there's like a 5% chance destroying a barrel will give me a health charge. No, man. We spent all of it for Lancelot. Maybe I should have saved it. I mean, to be fair, you never know when one of these shops is going to appear. So, bad luck. I don't want Oberon. He's probably my least favorite. Unless I'm using the Vigilante that's got like a bow and arrow or a really fast sword. I guess we'll just get more healing. I don't have my poison or my crit on my heavy attack, but that's okay. Next thing I go for has got to be an ultimate attack. That or a dash attack. But there's so many different ways poison can evolve. I can't even get these guys to explode yet, which is something that will happen if I can get infection. They'll explode and turn into minions, which is not what you would expect poison to build into. Becoming like a summoner necromancer build. Okay, more enemies. Come on. And so I know this game, looking at it, you know, at first glance, it looks very similar to Hades. And I will say, yeah, it has a lot of similarities. But if they could focus on 2 things and master them, which I feel like they did, it's the co-op play and then just the feeling of combat. Stop trying to give me Oberon. I don't want him. Because while I feel like Hades has a really good story, and every single time you lose a run, you're really excited about what you learn in the home base, the combat in Hades is good, but sometimes I feel like it could be better. But the combat in Sworn is just, it's so smooth, man. Everything's easily identifiable. You got some really crazy synergies that you can not just do with yourself and the Fae, but with your friends. All right, I need to kill these guys faster, but not at the cost of getting hits. Bro, this lady has some balls. She has some big, inflamed red balls. And they're going to my face way too fast. Okay, all right. I'm taking way too much damage now. I gotta lock in. Maybe I feel like this area is easy because of the characters I've played in the past. Because this is the biggest struggle I've ever had on this map. There were just so many things trying to kill me. Oh, we can see what that is in a second. All right, Mab, what do you got? Give me infection. At the end of your dash, inflict infected. Enemies with venom explode on death, releasing bile. I don't want the bile. Refresh. There's an ultimate. I said I wanted an ultimate. Venom deals damage faster, 25% faster. And then you could level that up. You periodically shoot bile at nearby enemies. Oh, this is new. I guess it shows you if it's new with 1.0. So every 3 seconds, I just spit up bile randomly. And if they have a bunch of venom stacks, it does bonus damage. Wait. So every 3 seconds, it does damage multiplied by the amount of stacks of venom they have? Okay, yeah. Give me Chemical X. Thank you, Powerpuff Girls. I do not want the Fairy Ember. I'm taking way too much damage already. All right, we have exploding mushrooms. Enemies regenerate health. We'll go for that. I don't want the embers. I've unlocked pretty much every weapon in this game. And I can also just transfer my currency around if there is a weapon I really want. Dude, when that crit hits, that dude's just casually walking around and gets deleted. It's so good. Boom, 700 damage. No, don't hit me. All right, so stack as much poison as I can. And so I just spit up every 3 seconds, right? Just for extra damage. I don't think it's huge. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it might add up on boss fights. Especially if we keep leveling it up. Okay, there's a shop, but I got no money. That also means we're coming up on a boss soon. Let's go for the money. I'm going to go ahead and use this lifesteal potion. Or you know what? I could use it on the boss. It heals me for every hit I do. So the more enemies on screen, probably the better. Which I could have used in that one challenge room we saw earlier. Yeah, let's save it. Because the bosses we can hit a bunch of times before they die. If I just stack up my spell. Just wait for my heavy attack, charge up. Playing this slow and methodical. Even more money? Yes, please. Yeah, it's the boss next. Okay. We got this. Poison rats. They're not that bad. I don't like the tar they drop when they explode, though. All right, last guy. Never mind. I lied. Last guy. 87 gold. That's fine. We're kind of stacked for the next shop. Okay, so we have to deal with earthquakes, which is what we keep getting in the boss rooms. So there's 2 bosses you can get here. You can get 2 big blue mice, which I really don't like, and then a small mouse. Okay, so he's not as bad. He does the same few things. And so if you can figure out his attack pattern, he slices 3 times and then he stands still. All right, slash, slash, one more slash. Drink this potion, stack poison. Oh, we actually healed a good amount. It didn't last very long. I should have done it when I had more mana. That's okay, though. Haven't gotten hit yet. Should never say that in a boss fight. Okay, yeah. Come on, dude. Come on. No, why did you say that? One more slash. Dude, I am taking so much damage now. I had full control of the situation until I did not have control of the situation. All right, you're dead. Thank you. This will heal me a little bit. 10 health. Damn it. Come on. Come on, Joe. All right. I don't want the money. I want the level up. We're going to take double trap damage to the mushrooms, and then the enemies don't take any damage from the traps. That's not the worst part, though. The worst part is going to be whatever big, beefy magician's going to be here. Because all the special foes here, they're always spellcasters. Yeah, exactly. And they're terrible. So please immediately die to crit. Nice. Okay. That was the best scenario. The best possible outcome. Get out of here, Beyblade. Okay. My heavy attack could go up to 71% damage. But I feel like at this point, leveling up the venom on my spell to 13 damage a tick, and we have the increased tick rate, I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep going for that. No health potions. Come on, take pity on me. That's fine. We'll go here just so we can heal. 10 health. Less mana. Meteor shower. These really suck, man. I can only imagine how bad it gets when you get all the way up there on the 5th difficulty. That's got to be pretty crazy, though, playing that like full-on co-op, bunch of coordination, and a bunch of negative buffs. Negative buffs, I mean nerfs, same thing. All right, you guys will die to the poison. It's okay, just let it happen. Let it happen. If I could just get infection, this build would be complete. But I'm actually not getting a lot of buffs. I'm not getting a lot of fade rooms. It's giving me a lot of currency. I think we're going to be at a shop now, aren't we? No, not yet. Again, the horns are nice. I don't mind the horns, but I would rather get a fade than the horns because that just levels me up. You know what I could do? I'm going to get money instead. And so when I go to the shop, I can just buy whatever buffs I want. I'm tired of getting horns. I did not realize that going in this room increased or it decreased my max health. Yeah. It's the power of reading. Something I'm not very good at, apparently. No, please. Put your Beyblades away. Oh my god, that is so good. I almost have 400 gold, which is what I wanted. Okay. Maybe I should go for the crit guy. Maybe he would give me something that would allow me to crit more often. And it's a harder area. Maybe we should start double dipping. Potentially, they might have a duo boon too. Both poison and crit. Maybe a higher crit chance against people that are poisoned, if that's a thing. That would be very good for us. Better than killer mosquitoes. It's okay, taste poison. Where'd you go? You're too far away, man. Oh, you got one hit. Oh, he died. The illness got him. Thank you for the illness. All sources of venom have a chance of inflicting 2 extra stacks. So you can crit with poison? Okay, all right. Hold on, that's kind of cool, actually. 50% chance. All right, let's do that. All right, so here's the shop. We're definitely at the boss. I'm going to go to the shop. I wish I had a little bit more money because the Fae are $200 and I've got $394. It's okay. Poison. Infection, please. Increase the max stacks of venom to 15. And so it does damage for your total stacks combined. So that would be even more damage. Okay, yeah, let's go for that. Oh, I thought I grabbed the one that gave me more poison stacks. I got Chemical X instead. Got it, yeah. Which honestly doesn't seem to be doing that much. But maybe it'll do more now that we can get more damage with higher stacks. All right, let's go ahead and save my money. Let's save my money. This boss, I feel like truly is one of the easiest bosses in this entire game because he does the same thing over and over and over again. If you know his pathing, he's easier than the first boss. And so he's going to run right at me and he's going to spin. And so I'm going to dodge to the right. Watch this. And he spins. Oh shit, there's meteor showers. Oh no, this changes everything. This changes everything. Oh god, okay. I hate meteor showers, man. Oh, nice crit. I'm gonna die to the meteor shower. Alright, you have max stacks of poison. The issue here is his moves make you have to dodge constantly. And so if there's a meteor shower here, and I only have 1 dodge charge, I'm gonna be screwed. Shoot. All right, we're okay. I am somehow still in this. Okay. You're going to end up right here in front of me. Oh my god. This is so unfortunate. Good crit. Very good crit. I need to get out of here. Die. Nice. 1 health. Okay. Well, I lost 1 life. I've got 1 health, but we've got a fountain. And we've got all the gems. So honestly, things are going pretty good. They're not bad. They're not bad. Let's restock my potion. I only want the one that does lifesteal because that's going to help me the most. Now, do I want to sell anything? I could get rid of the whole critical hit thing and just get money, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to go towards this sword in the stone, change another attack, my movement speed goes down, and this area starts to scare me because the difficulty is going to ramp up a lot. But these guys are very melee oriented. You know what? I really am realizing the reason I think areas are difficult are because of the characters I play as. I thought the last area was easy because they're all melee, or they're distance fighters, so you just get in their face and punch them. Here, they're all melee. So if I can just shoot them from far away. All right, die to the poison. Your spell now slowly tracks the nearest foe. Each strike of your spell is faster and deals more damage than the last. I don't want the light attack modification. I think I'm going to go for Storm Surge. So it gets faster and faster. Oh my god. All right, yeah. As far as poison stacks go, that's really good. I have never seen a health potion drop in a barrel, but apparently that is a thing. Lies. 50% enemy damage. That's fine. I also feel like the mini boss here is harder than the main boss. I don't think we're going to get out of this area. I'm just going to be honest. It might happen. I just don't have a crazy amount of damage going for me. Whenever I crit, yeah, it's great. But I would want to be able to do that, like, every hit. And maybe it's because I didn't build very well. Maybe it's because I didn't get a lot of Fae upgrades. 1,000 damage, dude. That is so wild. Okay, let's move. Throw down the poison. All right, you should die. Yeah. All right, screw these barrels. I'm not destroying them anymore. This is another bonus event. It could be crystals. It could be water. Destroy crystals. Okay, we could do this. It's time for the rematch. Oh, actually, I think I can kill them in 1 heavy attack. As long as it's off cooldown. Oh, hold on. Nice, dude. All right, we finally got the power that we need. Making short work of this. Tornado. Not a single enemy. And we get poison. Heal at the end of each chamber. Your team's companions deal double damage. I don't have anyone on my team. I'm playing by myself. What? I can't use that. Your team's companions deal double damage? All right, well, that's pointless to me. That is pointless. I'm going to go ahead and probably go for the healing. 2.25 health after every chamber. I mean, the dash will give me infection and a little bit more damage. But I want healing. I want infection on my basic attacks. That's what I'm hoping she gives me. Alright, money. My spell loses its poison, so I'm going to have to do my heavy attack way more often. And you guys explode. Good crit, dude. On that guy, that's great. Yeah, without poison, my spell is incredibly weak. All right, you should be dead. All right, where you at, bud? All the crits. The only thing I don't love about these enemies, sometimes they take a lot of time to attack because they always just move around, resurface, submerge. Especially when they're so much tankier. Wait a second. What is this? Next chamber, heavy attack blessing seal, but I get a horn immediately. Yes. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. Your heavy attack is stronger. Your spell inflicts venom. I don't even get a whole point of damage anymore by leveling this up. You periodically shoot bile at nearby enemies. I guess I'll just keep leveling up my spell. I mean, it's going to add up with 15 stacks. This over here was another horn. Major foe, blessing seal, stay inside the ritual circle, heavy attack blessing seal. Wait a second. So the only thing I can use, I mean, I can use my other moves, but the only thing that has a boost is my basic attack. So I guess the further you go, you have more negative things on these rooms because we're seeing 3 now instead of 2. All right, well, let's do our best here. This might be the room where we die. I've never seen that enemy before. If I can load up on the basic attack, we can poison these guys, and while I'm moving around, they'll just die. There's a secret shop here, too. Okay, I am outside the circle now. Get me back in. Stop moving back and forth. I hate this. I hate this. Okay. All right, that exploded. That did some damage to you. All right, at this point, screw it. I'm using my spell too. I might die here. Yeah. This is crazy because I have this small circle to stand in and they're shooting so many projectiles. How am I supposed to not get hit? When the entire circle is illuminated with projectiles. I'm gonna crash out, man. And then you have giant Donkey Kong ground pounds. Okay, okay. All right. You know what? That's fine. It's fine. I deserve this. Screw this circle. You're all dying. I don't need it. I don't care about it anymore. The circle does not exist. If I don't get hit outside the circle, then we're fine. At least I can actually dodge your attacks. I'm gaslighting myself into thinking I need to stand in there, and then I can't dodge anything these guys are doing. Why are there so many enemies? Is it because this guy's still alive? All right, hold on. Give you as many stacks of poison as possible. Just let it happen. It's going to be a slow and steady crawl. Oh, God. No! What? Dude. Dude, the rage. The rage I feel inside. Oh, my God. That was nuts. What was I supposed to do? I had no options. It was stand in the circle and die. Okay. Well, you know, I feel like we did really well. I don't know if I did very good builds with this character, but at the same time, I gave you guys the disclaimer that I was not very good with this character to begin with. She was very new to me. She was very slow. All of her attacks had to be charged up. And the big issue I found in that area was as long as that boss was alive, there were infinite spawning ads. And I didn't have my special ability. I didn't have my crit, so I had no damage. I feel like going into that room, the odds were just massively stacked against me. You know, I probably could have used the potion. I didn't remember that I had that, but that's a brand new mechanic in 1.0. Well, man, if you guys want a hard roguelike, my goodness, even going up to the last difficulty, let me see. Sovereign has 4 corruptions per chamber. 4 corruptions, and then 2 corruptions per boss chamber. On top of that, double enemy damage, 150% extra health. That is insane, man. That is crazy. But guys, this is Sworn. Like I said, it just hit 1.0. There is a link in the description if you guys want to check this game out and give it a shot yourselves. It's a ton of fun, man. It's available on Game Pass, PlayStation, Steam. It is currently 33% off right now on Steam. So give this game some love. It's a lot of fun solo, but it is even more fun if you've got 3 other people and it is just pure chaos on the screen. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Give me a comment down below if you guys want even more Sworn. And if you've watched that excellent display of skill, make sure you guys slam down on that sub button because that supports the channel way more than you know. Otherwise, that is going to be it for me, and I will see all of you guys next time.